Hi friends, before I start this episode of First Cup, I want to help you with your Christmas gift shopping plans. Do you have someone special on your list who is hard to shop for? Or are they interested in unique one-of-a-kind gifts? Then Wishing Stars Native Creations is your answer. My dear friend Chris Mayer has been making Native American jewelry for several years and is ready to help you give that special someone in your life a one-of-a-kind gift. Just go to www.facebook.com/Wishing Stars Native Creations. That's facebook.com/Wishing Stars Native Creations. It's all one word. Wishing Stars Native Creations. Go there today and find out how Chris can help you. She accepts several forms of payment, including money orders and PayPal.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
I want to say, is France a country?
Well, good morning, my friends. Have you heard about this? Vladimir Putin was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. The award would look nice on the fireplace mantel next to his Super Bowl ring. Good morning, my friends. I'm Joe Haffner. Today is Tuesday, October 8th, 2013, and you know what that means. It's time for your first cup.
Good morning, USA. I got a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day. The sun in the sky has a smile on his face, and he's shining a salute to the American race. Oh boy, it's swell to say, good morning, USA.
And welcome to the program, another live edition of First Cup, episode number 37 on the 8th day of October 2013. Thanks for stopping by, and I apologize for the tardiness. I know I said I was going to be on around 9 o'clock. Well, I had to run a few errands this morning before 9, and got that done. I thought, okay, I made it back just in time. I've got about 30 minutes to get a program put together. I put the majority of my notes together last night. That was the easy part. But getting some of the last-minute audio, and then my computer decided to say, we're going to go slow today, Joe. Don't push us too hard, too fast, okay? Okay. And then this morning it started hiccuping like it did yesterday, and I was thinking, please, no, not again, because if I can't do it this morning, I won't have a show today, because I got to work tonight. At least I'm scheduled to. And so we'll see how that pans out. But welcome to the program, a live edition of First Cup, and have some breaking news coming your way in just a moment out of the nation's capital. And even I don't know what it's about yet, so something to do with the stalemate, I'm sure. But we'll find out what that is together in just a moment. First off, though, I wish to remind you that you can send me your comments via email, whether they're complaints, likes, dislikes, even recipes for cake, for all I care. Or you can also send me your copy for free advertising. Have details on that coming up in just a few minutes, so be listening for that promo. To Gunther'sHouseOfFriends@gmail.com. Again, send me your emails to Gunther'sHouseOfFriends@gmail.com. Or you can leave a message on my Skype account. Set up a brand new Skype number just for this very program, for this very network. And give it a little time to jot it down, because I've tried to make it easy, but Skype doesn't accept just numbers unless you set up a phone number account. And me being the frugal man that I am about this business, and because I don't have a lot of money to throw into it right now, I've set up a Skype account where you can call in and leave a message. Okay, you ready? Okay, that Skype number is G800 486 8437. Look for G800 486 8437. An easy way to remember that is G800 Gunther. Just go to your telephone pad and then spell it out that way. It's G800 486 8437. And also, I'm letting you in on my little club. Occasionally I use Twitter. I need to remind myself to use it more often. But check me out on Twitter by going to twitter.com and look for J Haffner 99. That's HAFFNER 99. J Haffner 99 on Twitter. Okay? A couple of new ways to get in touch with me. And you can follow me on my Facebook page as well. I keep forgetting to mention that, but you can also follow me on my Facebook page. Just look for the Facebook link on tinyurl.com/Gunther's House or tinyurl.com/Gunther Mobile on your smartphone. Okay? A couple of ways to find me. Gunther's House on your computer, Mac, Linux, or tablet computer, and Gunther Mobile on your smartphone off of tinyurl.com/Gunther House or /Gunther Mobile. Plus, you can listen to some of my old programs by clicking on the Stitcher app or the Spreaker app. Just look for Gunther's House of Friends. Again, that's the Stitcher app, which, by the way, you can find a direct link on the opening page of my website, tinyurl.com/Gunther's House, down toward the bottom of the front page. Or download the Spreaker app. That's Spreaker with an R after the P, so it's Spreaker, Spreaker.com. Okay? And let's see what's on my mind for today. Talk about some breaking news, and I just learned about this about 10-15 minutes ago, so we're going to find out together what's going on in the nation's capital. Now, a friend of mine sent this over Facebook a little bit ago, and it says, breaking news from CNN, this was 48 minutes ago, there appears to be enough votes in the House to approve legislation to reopen the federal government, according to a CNN survey of House members. But this doesn't mean a vote will happen soon because Republicans have not indicated a willingness to try to force House Speaker John Boehner to bring a continuing resolution to the floor for a vote. So in other words, this sounds a lot like what I was talking about last night about the, trying to think what it's called, basically a measure to override House Speaker Boehner's authority, if you get enough House members together that they can override him, basically a form of cloture, or basically, well, probably not that intense, but basically a way of just, a first officer taking command of the ship over the captain. Not necessarily a mutiny, but definitely overriding the authority. According to this article from CNN, yeah, this is it. This is what I read last night. Yeah, it's called, I thought this was the same article. A lot of it appears to be the same. Well, there appears to be enough votes on the House today to approve legislation to reopen the federal government. According to an ongoing CNN survey of House members, all 200 Democrats and 17 Republicans support passing a continuing resolution with no additional legislative strings attached that would reopen the federal government, which has been partially closed for a week now over a bitter policy dispute between Republicans and Democrats on health care. Okay? And so there's no change there. So I'm not going to harp on it today. I've done enough of it over the past couple weeks. Destroyed 3 friendships in the process. Well, actually, one was never really a friend. Another hasn't been a friend for years. Actually, 2 of them have been friends for years, for whatever reasons. But we won't go into that. Okay, I just let it be gone. I blocked them from Facebook, so my words will no longer directly offend them. Okay. One other thing, though, I did want to bring up in regards to the government shutdown. The state of Arizona appears to be the only state to have stopped cutting welfare checks during the federal government shutdown. This was according to the Arizona Republic last Friday. Republican Governor Jim Brewer, another one of my favorites. I say that sarcastically, by the way. Well, her administration announced last week that 5,700 families in the state of Arizona eligible for temporary assistance for needy families would not be receiving their checks. So this averages out a little over $200 a month while the federal government shut down. Now, the feds did say that state welfare directors could use alternative forms of funding during the shutdown to keep the assistance programs funded, and they'll be reimbursed once the federal government reopens. But 5,700 families are being denied food assistance. They've done nothing wrong, as far as we know. They did everything by the book, and the government is screwing them by denying them one of the most basic essentials we need. Okay? And we all need food to survive. And believe me, I've had more than my fair share at times. So, keep that in mind. Now, I understand why. I don't like it. There's some who are saying, well, it was about time, it was good riddance to them. Yeah, but think about it, what if it's someone you care about? Someone who doesn't even want to talk about it. Trust me, there are people in your life, I'm sure, or that you know of, directly or indirectly, that need food assistance. I've been on it a couple of times myself. And it wasn't because I was trying to milk the system. I was trying to get back on my feet. Trying to get whatever was scrambled in my brain unscrambled and get my life back together. But, there are people out there that just don't seem to get that. And I consider you to be very naive and very foolish. Because we all have hiccups in our lives. That you make plans and something comes along and derails that. And I'm not saying I'm not trying to play my fiddle here, or a violin story, but it doesn't make sense to cut your own safety net when there's a chance that you might fall. Some of us make it through life without ever having to go on assistance. I applaud that. But most of us will need help somewhere along the way. Okay? I remember last year that President Obama took a lot of heat for a comment he said about you wouldn't be in life where you are without a little help along the way. And that included a lot of businesses, and a lot of business owners got upset. But how many businesses got started because, I got an inheritance from so-and-so, or someone gave me this wonderful gift, and now I'm going to invest it in this. This idea that, I built this from the ground up. Well, some people do. But I bet you most of the businesses around your area had a little help along the way. Their owners may not talk about it, but they got a little help along the way, I'm sure. So this notion, though, that this pioneering spirit, yada, 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 give me a break. I wasn't born yesterday, okay? And I certainly have the face to prove it. So, but that's what's on my mind in that regard. Not a whole lot has changed since yesterday, of course. It was around this time last night we were talking, just a little over 12 hours ago. And again, I want to apologize for the delays in the last couple of days of shows. And tomorrow, I'll tell you up front, there will be an extensive delay in the show. And that, assuming that I work all night tonight, which at this point looks like I will be, I want you to know that the program tomorrow will start at, I'm shooting for 12 o'clock Central Daylight Time, okay? It'll be another afternoon edition of First Cup. I know the show's not exactly living up to its name anymore. That's just the nature of broadcasting, that sometimes what looks good on paper or in your mind doesn't quite pan out in the real world. But I'm shooting for noon tomorrow, and if I'm not on by then, it'll be 2 o'clock at the latest, okay? Okay, barring any more hiccups like we had yesterday, or rather, that I had yesterday. So again, 12 o'clock tomorrow, unless something else comes up, but we shall see. Well, still to come on this program, a lot to get to. Things like news headlines in a few minutes, as well as the nationwide weather forecast. News of the weird later on. The CBS World News Roundup is back. Also have popular tweets of the day, what's on TV tonight, the song of the day, and a whole lot more. So I want you to stick around. Oh, before I forget, over the next few weeks, I plan to make some changes. Speaking of programming, like I don't already have enough on my plate, but I'm thinking about producing a weekend edition of First Cup. There's a lot of extra material that I could use that is not getting utilized, and it's information I'd like to pass along on this network. And so there is the possibility that I'll be doing a weekend show, probably on